A pair of panties.
With fleece lining, 2.23, year 72.
Men's shorts, 140.
This is a cool red shirt. It's a men's shirt. Nylon.
Just like the one Sergey wears. Sergey, what's his name?
Sosedov.
That's right. I think Sergei Sosedov used to wear something like this. Here.
Here's a magazine, for example, 100 years old. Here's a magazine from 25. Here's from 49. They're a pre-war fashion. From 1938. Here's a real gem. Now at auctions it goes for 12 to 15,000. She has a son. This is a top category radio receiver, our Soviet one. Here's a gorgeous guitar. Here's Vysotsky's autograph. From Edmir Vysotsky. March 1978. A local resident left it to us. He was at the concert. God forbid I die. The kids will sell it. It's better if we keep coming here. This device right here. Find it somewhere. Show it to people. If someone tries to take it, hide it. They won't figure it out at all. And you all know perfectly well what people who drink denatured alcohol are called. Drunks.
Exactly, drunks. We specifically
made it stronger so that people wouldn't get poisoned. People drank denatured alcohol. It was 82 proof. That's partly why they were called drunks. And what was it for? Technically.
Technical alcohol.
A Yugoslavian sewing machine in its packaging. Here it is, running on batteries. On batteries made in Yugoslavia.
Dear friends, we're in Tver and we have a little time before the embroiderers meeting. So now we'll go somewhere, have a look around, take a little walk. We have a bit of time and then our meeting. The long-awaited one. And look, what kind of buildings are here? Two-story ones. It's great that there aren't any of those oppressive high-rises here. The residents of Tver did a great job preserving this wonderful architecture, not ruining it with tall buildings. The city is gorgeous, but we have very little time. But we'll definitely go somewhere now, maybe to an interesting museum or some gallery. And we'll definitely show you all of it. At the hotel, they told us that we absolutely have to visit the Plyushkin Museum. So here we are now. Let's go and see what interesting things they'll show us there. Let's go. This toy even has eyes that move.
Yes. Yes, every finger bends. Shoulders, elbows, tummies. Oops. And you can gently move the eyes with a matchstick. Here's a super cool thing, the G Drovska gas station. You charge it, insert it. You fill it with gasoline. This one's from the 1980s. A little red toy. Here's a Soviet fan in a box. We put in the batteries. It works. It buzzes. It's made at a military factory. Absolutely everything here is packed away in boxes. Just last week we found an old Yugoslavian sewing machine still in its original packaging. Here it is right now, and it actually runs entirely on batteries. It is a portable battery-powered device, and it was originally made in Yugoslavia many years ago. All of these are too. I like mechanical things. I saw it. You'll laugh. When I was finishing college, I was teaching merchandising. They gave me this bear. I had to answer, you won't believe it. Soviet toys in the communist upbringing of a child. That was the question, right, Dogga? Well, something like that. Did you study at Kaneki or something? Huh? Did you study at Kaneki? No. I was at the trade school. At the trade school? That's awesome.
That's really, yeah. Super.
Yeah, super. Look. What? These are German toys from the 1970s. And what about the diafilm? It shows several channels.
No kidding. Yeah, Mom.
Mom Kiselyov is propaganda. Yeah, all ours. All
ours, yeah.
It's not just a few toys, they're wonderful.
How great.
Look here, children's toy chandeliers. Unbelievable, with little sockets. In the little house you were supposed to have tiny sockets. One grandma gave us her ruffles as a gift. Her dad used to buy them for her, they lived abroad. Here, these beautiful dolls can slowly close their tiny eyes.
Yeah, I remember these. When
in our lives, on our ruffles.
It's tiny like this.
That's nanotechnology. Look at this doll. See, it's sleeping. So small, right?
Yes, perfect. And the eyes won't open.
These are Germans. Here are the little toys. These are floor lamps. Here's an aquarium with a little light. Also wonderful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Such toys.
You simply cannot find any of these items in Moscow.
Montana is lying around here somewhere. Here's Montana. And this weekend they brought me an Electronica 5. Oh, found it. Wonderful little watch. Well, basically next to the Montana. I used to have one like that. I have one. I also have an Electronica 50. I have a Montana? Montana, yes. That's it. I had these in my childhood. I bought them for myself. Well, they asked yes, very much so. Dad probably wears ones like these. Guys, come on. I'll show you something here.
I'll show you. Let's go. Dear friends, if you, like me, have many warm memories that, like a ray of sunshine, will warm you on a cloudy day, there is a way to preserve them for many years. Hello, my name is Tatiana Lazovskaya. I am the director of the Len Baguette Framing Workshop. And now I will reveal this method to you. Antique and modern photographs, your children's drawings, crafts, medals, anything dear to your heart. You can frame these items under glass so that you can hang them on the wall, place them on a shelf, or give them as gifts to your loved ones. Just look at how much a frame transforms your items, how much richer and more expressive they become. And the most important news is that you can send your items to us from anywhere in the world. All you need to do is mail us the item that is dear to your heart. If it's a photograph, it's even easier. Just send it to us in digital form. We will print it on photo paper or cotton canvas. And we will choose the frame together with you, as if you were standing right next to me, thanks to a video call. I will show you samples of frames. You will choose the frame you like, and we will use it to frame your piece. Take a look. Our workshop offers more than 5,000 frame options. Gold, silver, matte, glossy, multicolored. We can satisfy even the most discerning customer. And we can also decorate your piece with a carved mat, which will give your artwork an extraordinary charm. After your piece is framed, we will carefully pack it, wrap everything very neatly in triple bubble wrap, crate it in a wooden frame, send it to you anywhere in the world, and include souvenirs from St. Petersburg. So don't worry. But if anything happens during shipping, we will reframe it for you at our own expense. If you are interested in my offer, contact me by phone or via messengers. Available 24/7, including weekends. All the details will be displayed on the screen. Here is a magazine, for example, that's 100 years old. Here is the 25th year, the magazine Rosettes. Here is the 49th year. Here are pre-war fashions from 1938. You can flip through all of this. And here is the magazine file. Back in the year 2012 in the Tver region. In our quiet old village, there once lived a hardworking man named Krylov. He was a terrible anti-Semite. He published the anti-Semitic magazine Tverskoye Zal. He scolds me constantly. Jews, I see. All right, just a moment. Why lately in Torzok and in Staritsa are there 0 alms from the beggars? Why in Tver at the railway station haven't they made a safe crossing over the railway tracks? Year 12. We don't have it now. The Sapsan runs people over every week. There you go. Why are there so many of these Razvilovs in Russia now? All these people. They aren't being sent abroad, at least to America, at least to America. To let the persecuted tribe go to America. That's it. He's always going somewhere, picking up a funny magazine to read, some songs here, some poems there. Why is all trade in Russia in Jewish hands? What do you want? These are the questions that tormented you. Yes, the person was smart and let it go. Yes, that's how it is. This one is extremely rare. Wow. A little gas mask. Whoever guesses what kind of gas mask this is always gets a souvenir. The souvenir always stays with us because no one ever guesses.
Is it for an animal?
Yes, for what kind of person was this made? Is it for a horse? It's a helmet for the wounded. A special manufacturer even made gas masks for the wounded. We have a few of these. A very rare item.
We'll change clothes, come back in, and guess again.
Here's a rare item. A gas mask for a nursing baby. We have Mariska lying in there. Even a face like that. If she cried, the mother could turn her hand inside and stroke the baby. There is intake and exhaust ventilation. It's like that in there. An agitational newspaper, Soviet in German, from 1942. The grandmothers brought it here. It says, German soldier, surrender. And here, someone is talking about Hitler, our propaganda. For some reason, they don't like to mention it. They also did things like that. My dress, I wore this in the first grades. It's all with tags, you see. It's all brand new. Brand new. 430.79 Russian, how much did it cost? But the dress doesn't have a price in rubles. Probably 8. A pair of these slips costs 8 rubles, lined with warm fleece. Priced at 2 rubles and 23 kopecks for the second year, while men's underwear costs exactly 1 ruble and 40 kopecks. This shirt is men's nylon, just like Sergei's, like his neighbor from the Wolf video, or actually even Sergei Sosedov used to wear something like this, some kind of red triangle. Yes, yes, yes. And when there weren't any, we would put a children's block in there instead of shoes and walk around without shoes, and would come up with something like a little purse, a hiking backpack.
From the company Franz Bremer, 1941. The funny thing is, they have the fascists' initials on them. If only we could find that German.
And give him a good smack on the head.
Well, maybe he was forced, probably just like... He probably didn't really want to go to war. Maybe he died somewhere, or maybe somewhere. See here, there's fur on the back. Why is it there? Honestly, I don't really know. I didn't bother to read up on it. I think, first of all, it kept your back warm. Water would run off and it wouldn't get wet. You could use it as a pillow.
And I think the fur is really tough. It probably also served as a kind of bulletproof vest. Like a seat pad. Maybe even as... We need
to continue pushing ourselves forward. It is small details like those. You are a wicked Leonti. Not many people know that Lucila Santos acted in erotic films. Those are the kind of...
disgust.
Now that's a good thing.
Light and music effects.
The electronics are in excellent condition. Almost all our equipment is still working. The computer isn't for gaming, it's a pain. Look at it, what it has. Yeah, it's indestructible, the wires. Check this out, from 64. And this is a radiola, right?
A radiola, yes. This one here is probably a radiola, but it's more modern. There was also... It was the kind with a completely wooden case.
Just yesterday, I had 22 school children here. Here's a working piece. Right now at auctions, it goes for 12 to 15,000. It has a top category Soviet radio receiver. Wonderful. Look at how...
Andre had an electronic like this. This one. This
remarkable piece actually dates all the way back to approximately 1914, or perhaps 1915, during the very early years of the last century. If you take a much closer and more detailed look at the fine craftsmanship involved, you can clearly see the distinct and elegant style that was so characteristic of that specific era. Imperial Theaters, Bragan. It is all filled with these incredibly difficult hard signs. But let's try to go ahead and give it a real shot anyway. Shall we see how it goes? Not perfect.
I have one like this at my dacha. All of my personal records were stolen from my shared communal apartment.
There's one song here and nothing here. Single-sided. Thick, so fragile if you drop them. But I have a lot of them. And most importantly, I have the owner of these records. This grandmother, the old lady, she bought them back in the day. Here's her daughter. She died in '84. We even joined our family into the project.
That's great.
She had 20 dogs, 15 cats. That was the kind of grandmother she was. All of these, it's also
This is just what we need right now.
quartz.
I filmed my own wedding with one like this. Very cool.
On Super 8, the wedding was a long time ago, 300 years ago. This thing right here. But with this one. No. Here, 1981. Yes, a wonderful camera.
What on earth is that?
Here?
From 81. The girl wasn't even born yet at that time. It's all...
Some kind of mechanical thing. I took this thing from an old lady. She gave it to me. Let it just sit there. Here's a gorgeous guitar. Here's Vysotsky's autograph. In this world, Vysotsky, March 78. He left us a place to live. He was at the concert. I say, God forbid I die. The kids will sell it. Yeah, the ink is fading there. It needs to be restored.
It needs to be done gradually, yes. Well, it's just sitting there. Great, wonderful.
Just yesterday, they were actually telling the young school kids how the poor peasants used to have to go to the landlord just to get some Wi-Fi. They're doing just fine, you know? They are only in the first grade. They carry tablets here. That's all of it. One guy gave me a barograph from 1976 as a gift. You wind it up, the disc spins, you put ink here, and it draws a graph. The man used it for his moonshine still. It wasn't a moonshine apparatus.
A flashlight.
A filter, a beautiful one. I buy things, we restore some of them. This is a good tourist field glass. In Moscow, they used to stand there and invite people on excursions. Look, you have a dull blade, and you rub the rollers with GOI paste. You start, and the blade runs like this. It gets polished. The roller polishes the blade. The blade jumps back and forth, back and forth. In the other direction, another blade gets polished. This device, find it somewhere and show it to people. Take out the blade, otherwise no one will figure it out. People always tell me it's a water heater. It's a device for sharpening blades. You put in the blade, close it, and start using it. Here, it's just a regular sharpener. We had it right in the packaging. Look, this is how it was lying there. They were sold on the shelves.
Stores? What years are they? Well,
It's somewhere in the 50 to 60 range. And you all know very well what people who drink are called dentures. Bruises.
that's right, bruises.
They specially strengthened it so that people wouldn't get poisoned. But people drank denturate, 82% strength. That's why they were called bruises. Technically.
Technical alcohol.
Like the photo with the cyclist. Credentials and violations for the traffic police. So 78. 6 points for alcohol intoxication. On a bicycle? On a bicycle. Cyclist certificate.
We also had them in barbershops.
Someone tried to buy me the other day. They offered $5,000. 1976 Skorokod shoes, brand new ones.
Never worn, straight out of the box. And
Back then, there was nothing else. Price, $19.70.
can you imagine?
A woman tried them on, she begged. Give, give, give. So in this room, there's a cool thing.
A little alarm clock.
The clock is interesting. It doesn't have any glass.
Yeah, it glows, right, this one?
I was just asking you. I thought, do I have my glasses? Yeah. Time to feel it with your hands.
Cool.
All of these chime.
They do?
It just doesn't have enough wind left. Now it's completely stopped. When you wind them up, over there is the lever. Oh, the towel starts to bite.
Uh-huh, that's cool.
Well, if you ask me, I think we should probably let it continue to run for at least a full week or so. We bought the second to last turtle in the box, and the last one we bought was a bird. In the box, the Soviet export toy. In the packaging, a small carbon dioxide cartridge from a siphon was inserted into a black case, screwed in, and the carbon dioxide gas started the motor. It says CO2 right here. And this thing flies!
A drone.
The Advanced Tech Element 89 drone is now on its mission. Antoshka is a real little maniac. Yeah, you move his eyes like this. A vacuum cleaner, working, but a toy one. 3 rubles is the price in the box, in the packaging. It works. Her dress is held on by magnets. With magnets. So with little dangly bits and a set of magnets.
You cut it out and...
Year 64. Here's our crazy Alyanushka. Yeah, she has an unpredictable trajectory. She always goes somewhere. A bit gassy, yeah. Where
Is it going in the brand?
these famous coffees. The Drovsky clocks are running. You just need to... I knocked off the pendulum, and that's exactly why they're leaking. And you watch how the mechanisms work, how they spin. It's all very... Ninth year on the job, they already bring us repeats 5 times over the same thing. A grandma brings it in. Sometimes I say, well, just leave it. I won't send it back. And I already have 8 of those things there.
A few pieces. I had a bed like this when I was a child, exactly the same bed. And they told me I could sit down. So I sat down, I'm sitting here enjoying myself. I really like this little bed. And I'm watching one of my favorite movies. It's American actually, but still old and very good. I really love this movie. It's so cool, wonderful. It really brings back memories of my youth. I can't take my eyes off the screen. It's great, I really enjoyed it. If you ever come to Tver, you absolutely have to visit this place. Take a look, there are such interesting exhibits. It's simply a delight from my childhood. And not just from mine.